I made those mistakes. So it was like, it came out of nowhere where it was like, oh, I could just raw out of nowhere. But in reality, I made those 1,000 videos. I made those 100 stuff on YouTube and all the other stuff along the way.
Man, say that line one more time for the people, bro. That was a really powerful.
Bro, nobody watches your mistakes when you're starting.
Popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing, get sent to the bill. Getting on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the still. If she gave time of day, then I had a good place. So I'm back at the spot, she getting big like a prince. These niggas be soft on the bitch, but turned up off a purse. Boy, I'm solid and still
right now, this shit isn't easy. All right. We are now here on the This Shit Isn't Easy podcast, episode 2. And I want to give a moment to introduce a young, talented videographer who has a keen eye for capturing the moment, a very prodigious amount of effort that he puts into his editing. And I just, you know what I mean? This is like my little brother, you know what I mean? Like someone who I really want to see grow in the content space. And I love you, dog. Big Walk Dog.
Oh my God.
Big
Word,
Walkie.
man.
Oh,
and also we are also still here with the man, the human AI himself, that nerd named Biz.
What's good, y'all? You already know what it is. But nah. Really, shouts out to our special guest today, Big Walk Dog. I haven't known him for very long, like only like a year and a half now. Like, going on 2 years because we met at DreamCon 2023. But everything Ozzy just said is beyond valid. Not only is this kid super talented, I mean, his love for the game and his love for the sport of what it means to not only be a filmmaker but an editor is peak. There's never been something we've put in front of him and been like, hey, can you figure out how to edit this? And he hasn't come through. He always seems to go above and beyond to let it be known. And it's versatile, you know. It's not just sports. It's not just vlogs. It's not just anything. We've thrown all kinds of projects at him, and Walk's killed them all. So we had to have him on this podcast episode because we are here to talk about editing. And these are some of the best editors I know, so I had to get him in the building.
Yes, nice.
Good. I appreciate it. I like
It's
that.
Valid, very valid.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. All right, so talk to us, bro. What is your origin story of what you're trying to do in life and why you're here?
It's crazy, right? I just remember working a lot and wanting to do YouTube, and that's how it started. Like, becoming an editor wasn't ever a plan. Like, I just know I want to do YouTube, and it was more of like, what steps I have to take to get there. Okay. So I bought a camera, and I was like, I'm just gonna learn how to use it. So I shot every Canon M50 Mark II. Like, I just went to Best Buy. I need this, just like that. I was working at Fun Spot for like a year, just saving up money. I said, after I get my camera, I just need a year. Saved some money, and I left. And it was crazy because that's how I met Ozzy. It was very just random. I was just doing shooting free videos. Like, I told my parents, I'm gonna leave work, and I'm gonna just start shooting. And they're like, how you gonna make money off of this? We're just gonna figure it out. We had this one company called Anime Village. Shout out to y'all, man. I would just go there and shoot promo videos, just random stuff. I just boop, boop, boop. And they're like, yo, we have this one guy coming through. I didn't know who Ozzy was at the time. Like, he's gonna come through. He does anime stuff. He might like you. I don't know. It's not paid or nothing, but like, you know? Right. And I was like, all right, cool. Cause at that point, it's like, I'm not doing it for money. I'm trying to become a YouTuber. I was like, YouTubers have cameras. YouTubers edit, they shoot. So that's all I was doing. And then one day he came through, and I'm like, anime rap Corvette, Suburban, some celebrity, like, I'm like, oh.
But wait, hold on. But before we get into that part, I want to ask. So when you first got your camera, that was like one of like your first gigs. So when I met you, that was like one of like your first gigs?
I was starting. Like, that was me starting. Like, I've never done that. Like, that was the first like big thing that I've done. Like,
okay, so you had no prior gigs before working with Anime Village or
making money wise, no. Like, it was just me going to like basketball games and recording for like a AAU team, or like I play basketball. So like, they'll be like, we need film for today. Walk-ins, you're not on the court right now, or you're not playing.
So you wasn't doing that till after I met you?
Yeah, like I wasn't making money though. I was just shooting. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so I got a camera at an AAU game. Walk-ins, record real quick, and I'm just having fun doing it for free. I didn't think people got paid to make videos, because to me it was so easy to do naturally. Like, it was just like, all right, cool. Press it, follow the people, zoom in, all that fun stuff. I was just having fun with it.
All right.
And I think working with you guys, you made me know like the value of my time, and just like, you can get paid for this if you do it right. Like, making money with videography was never a thing at first. It was just, I want to make content and edit and just learn how to do it. So that's how that was.
See, I didn't know you was that fresh into the game.
Literally, like, and that's why I was so shocked when y'all was like, you want to work with us? I was like, y'all really just thinking. Like, when I told you that video I thought was genuinely bad, I was so serious. I never did nothing. Like, that was my step into it. Y'all just said, yo, and took a chance on me. That's why I appreciate y'all so much. Like, y'all just took a chance and say, yo. Yeah.
I just had to sit back in silence and honestly listen to this story, because this is, you know, because I've been on both sides of it. I've worked with somebody that I didn't realize it was their first shoot, but I've also being the person trying to get the job.
Yeah.
And not trying to let people know, like, yo, this is my first time really doing this.
I just remember being stressed editing that video. Cause I had just
so
bought
much on the line.
Yeah, like for me, like to them it's probably just like but for me it was like I had just bought my PC. I was telling you earlier, like I learned how to edit on the PlayStation. I didn't even use my PC yet. Like that was my first time I built my PC.
So you used to edit the videos for him back on the PlayStation?
No, that was like my first time editing like something like on a PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like before that it was just me doing gaming videos and editing on my PlayStation. Like I didn't even use a mouse before, nothing like.
So how did you edit on a PlayStation?
Yeah, like we heard about this before the podcast actually went live, and we stopped him from talking about it because, to be honest, this story sounded crazy, and we had to dive deeper live to get into this. Can you explain to us how did you start editing on a PlayStation 3?
Yo, it's just you just get to a point in life where you just want to start. Like I feel like I was always telling myself, oh my God, like I need a camera, I need a this, that, and the third to start. And I'm like, if anybody really wants to do something in life, you just gotta start, right? Yeah. Like when you're drawing, you don't need a digital tablet, you just want to draw. So for me, it was like, okay, I want to become a YouTuber, but I'm wasting time. It's COVID, like everybody's outside, we're playing the game every day. Like how can I incorporate the skills I want to do? So I was always playing the game with my boys, and I'd save the clips. And I'm like, it's just sitting here. I want to become a YouTuber to start posting. So they have this thing called Share Factory. I was just messing with my PlayStation. I just popped up on it one day. So I clicked on the file I saved. It took me to Share Factory. I'm like, oh, I didn't know at the time it was a software. So I see the clip, and I'm just learning the fundamentals. Like I didn't even use it like to do project, but it's like fundamentals. I knew how to split clips and overlay and all that stuff. That's why when I go on like apps now, it's just like, oh, it's all the same thing, just different names. So I'm on the PlayStation, like they use the analog sticks as like a mouse, and you press a button, you do over.
That would drive me crazy. But
it was hard, but it's like once you start to do it, it just becomes natural. It's like my friends will be like, we're gonna go play basketball, and I'm editing videos right now on what? On PlayStation. Like my friends used to hate me for that shit because it was like, damn. I was editing on the PlayStation, just moving the cursors, putting overlays, importing, exporting, learning just the ins and outs. So that when I had my PC, it wasn't really. I was prepared. I knew the fundamentals. All right, this is what I'm looking for to make the video work. I knew what the transition was and the effect. Right. It wasn't the top of the top, but like you just know
the basics
that you need. So when I got to the PC with Ozzy, I wasn't really too nervous about editing. It was more like I don't want to make a bad example. This is my first project.
Right.
I'm gonna put this out for everybody to see.
Right.
And I'm like, for him, it's like he obviously has his motion and everything going for him. I don't want him to post this and be like, damn, this is all he has to offer. And that's my first like big thing. That's why I was so like critical about it. Like I didn't think he was gonna call me back. Like genuinely, like. When you called me back, I was like, oh my God. Cause I was looking at the video like, damn, this is bad. Like, they haven't talked to me back for like for a week, I think. And I was like, yeah, like, it's cool. Like, I'm learning still. But they're like, nah, bro, we see the potential. And when they said that, it gave me a chance to be like, all right, cool. Like, they're not just judging me off of this piece of work because they can see me doing it in the future. But they didn't know that was my first, like actual thing.
That's kind of one of the greatest words you can hear when you are really, like, first.
Yeah, like, you gave me a chance, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
People don't do that nowadays. I genuinely appreciate them. And they were always standing on business. Like, they were always like, yo, we're going to do this, and they did it. So it kind of drove me to be like, all right, I'm going to do this. Even though I don't know how to do it, I'm going to look, and I'm going to figure it out. Right. We used to be in the studio next door. Like, I always tell people this. Like, he was like, let me get a bigger studio. And I like, you see somebody that looks like you, especially growing up, like you see a black man and like a family man just like getting his shit done. It's like, damn. I'm like, he said it, oh yeah, we're gonna start traveling next week. And I'm like, nah, he lying. I get a ticket sent to my email, and I'm like, oh, like he's for real. Like, I'm at home. I'm like, well, mom, we actually leaving. Like, I thought we were joking. My mom dropped me to the airport. Like, I was like, oh shit, because I'm gonna get a studio next year. I'm like, nah, he just, you know what I'm saying? That was a pretty big studio space. And then we come here next day, he's like, nice, right here. I'm like, okay, so like, I gotta really carry myself the same way. Like, it's rare that you see people now, especially where we grow up, like that looks like you, that's making it. Like, he got the 4 cars, he made this shit happen just drawing. For me, it's always more like, I just gotta see someone that looks like me make it, and I can do what I want to do. That was always my thing. Yeah,
that's real.
So that was dope.
That's definitely, I think one of the things that you, as like a video editor, when you do this, you kind of gotta believe with your whole heart. Like, because editing is just one piece of the game, but it's a critical piece. Like me, when I first got into this, I never set out to be an editor.
Real.
Like, at all. I would tell you point blank, I never.
Bro, you're fucking nasty.
Ever.
With this shit. Like, you're really good at it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
It just
like,
happens, bro.
It happens because of necessity. I'm gonna be honest. What happened is that I still do. I write. I've been writing since the day I went to film school and was like, I was gonna do this. I've told y'all this before. Before I was doing this film stuff, I really wanted to be president. That is all I cared about.
That's real.
That is like the way that I am about this. I was dedicated to that my whole life up until a certain moment. Like when I hit that moment, it just didn't make sense to me anymore, and I switched over to doing this. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, I want to be a director. So all I got to do is worry about the shots, the angle, the camera effects, how steady I am with the gimbal, all that. Why should I edit? That's somebody else's job.
That's real.
But eventually, this is what happens. I shot all this content, just stacking up.
Also.
How the hell is anybody going to see the content?
Yeah.
It's just...
That's so real.
I don't got the money to pay nobody because I'm just shooting out of the pure love of the sport.
It takes time, too.
So now I'm like, okay, I want to show people all this work I've been doing. How do I do it? So now I'm sitting here going from like, I made one video. It's on my YouTube channel that I didn't edit. It was my first film I ever made. It's a horror film. Not great, but I saw right then and there what the difference was. As soon as the film was done getting shot, there was nothing I could do but wait for the editor. And I'm like, any changes or anything, I gotta write them down in email, send them to him, wait for him to reply. Sometimes I wanted a little blood spatter, the thing's different. I'm like, I know if I could just figure it out, I could have made this better. But I didn't have the footage, I didn't have the know-how, I didn't think about these things. So now when I'm like looking at it from I'm trying to make money perspective, I'm like, okay, I gotta be the editor low key too. Just because if I'm gonna one day tell somebody how to do this, I gotta speak the same language as them.
Yeah.
So that way this process is a lot faster.
It's dope though, cause it's like.
Nah, but it's dope though.
It's like, even if you pay someone to do an edit for you, they will never have the exact image of what you want. You know, like you can pay someone the best edit, but at the end of the day, it's how they view it creatively and not yours.
Yeah.
So it's like you learn how to do it yourself. My thing was like, all right, cool. I want to learn how to do this so I can show how I want it to be edited. I like fast paced and stuff, but like if I send it to somebody else and they don't like fast paced stuff, they're not gonna send me a fast paced product.
I think that's what I'm learning now. I think I spent a lot of time when I first started out editing for clients. So in my mind, I'm not thinking about what I want. I'm thinking about what works for the audience, what works for the market, what works for the consumer. I'm not so much thinking about, this is what I want. So now I do a lot more what I want editing is what I call it.
Yeah. It's tricky though.
And y'all seen that with like the gaming channel and everything. I do a lot more of just like.
But you have more fun doing it. It doesn't feel like a drag, right? Like 7 hours on a project for yourself doesn't feel like a drag compared to doing it for somebody else. Because if you do all of that work and they don't like it, now it's like, damn, it feels like a shot to you. It's not a shot, but it's just like that's what they want. Yeah,
it feels that way.
It's never a shot because they're paying you money for your time. But it's like I put so much effort. Like if it was me, I would have loved this video. But they might see it different.
And sometimes that's the hardest part because it's the love of the game, but they don't care. They just want
what they want.
Right? Yeah.
That's the only like iffy part about it. Like I didn't really come into it trying to make money doing it for other people. I always want to do it for me. It was always about me. I was selfish about it. And I learned working with him, you can make money doing this. He's got to do it right. So now I'm like in this situation like, all right, I just do specific projects. I'm so quick to recommend somebody else. Cause I know for a fact I'm not going to have fun doing this and it's just not going to work.
Yeah. That's a big part of it too. Ozzy, I've been wanting to ask this for a while. This is a perfect episode to ask. How did you get started editing? Because, you're an artist. So, like, hear me out. You're an artist and you specialize in the art. Like, we seen it. You draw. I'm talking 80 hours plus. You draw. Yeah. So how do you go from I draw, this is what I do, to I think I'm gonna just start editing? And we seen some of the edits. We got the Mortal Kombat edit. We got all the car edits. We got the ads y'all be seeing. That's all Ozzy. Everything y'all see on Ozzy's Instagram, some of it is a team effort, but a lot of it is I'm driving a boat, y'all. And it's so different.
He incorporates the new stuff like AI and like.
I think my favorite thing about it is that he has this natural branding that he is aware. Like he knows what he is in his edits, and then anything he can't like edit his way out of, he draws his way out of.
Yeah, I'll just draw.
Hey man, I gotta draw my way. I've been doing this my whole life, draw myself out of every situation.
Nah, it's definitely a unique way.
Very unique.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will say between the three of us, the similar common thing that we all have in common of how we got here is necessity, right?
Right.
So, being an artist was obviously the beginning of my origins, drawing. Then I got into making music with my friends. So, like in my hometown, shout out Elma, Exit 1303, where I'm from. I was recording a lot of like my hometown's, music videos, making beats. Since that's a whole music side of it. But my boy, shout out my good friend Porter. We shot, we recorded a song for him, and we wanted to shoot a video so bad. And I feel like I always it's an art. You know what I mean? Like, editing is an art. So I just have to take my keen, sense and what I know of what looks good visually, like with art, but figure out how to get that same sense and like how that feels with editing. But out of necessity, learn what it takes to make it look this great. You know what I mean? Like, when you're an artist and you can visually see something, you know when something looks good and when something looks, bad. Which is why I love working with you guys, because if you ask people from my time and my era and when I was starting, if you was not as good as me or better, I would not let you record nothing for me. I would not let you hold the camera I will hold it on a tripod myself.
That's really
because I know what looks good, and a lot of people just don't have that sense. So to work with you guys is like, that's how much trust I have in y'all, because I know what looks good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all know what looks good, but y'all know what looks good too, and I trust y'all's sense, and I know y'all gonna do it. So that's where it came from. So my boy wanted to shoot a music video for his song that we recorded. I made the beat, we got a couple homies over it. We shoot on a BlackBerry. That's when the BlackBerry first came out.
Yo!
Yeah. The funny thing is, it wasn't even my BlackBerry. It was my man's BlackBerry. I had Nokia. Like, this is how far back we go, bro. Nah, I'm lying. I probably had like a Samsung something, but the video wasn't there. But he had a BlackBerry. So BlackBerry at the time was cutting edge. So we took the BlackBerry 720p.
Some real OG,
yes,
OG
720p. It was the blurriest video ever. I took it, and I know y'all always make fun of me, but y'all know I'm still editing on Sony Vegas. Dog shit ass program. I hate it. I hate it, bro. I want to leave it so bad, but I know it so well.
Sony Vegas, this is y'all most dedicated user here, bro. We need a deal. we need a legit deal.
Okay, Sony. Okay, so just to give a little more detail on my backstory, right? Yeah. So you gotta remember.
I know what it is. That's
it's ass. I do not recommend it.
I know both.
I just deal with it because I know it so well, bro. It's like
that's fair.
It's like having like a baby mom's like a down girl. I just know her. You know what I mean?
It's like your Photoshop.
I don't like her, but I know her. I know her so well. Nah, but no. So over the side, Sony Vegas. Okay, so at the time being young, I want to say I was about 17, 16 years old when I first started getting into editing. So obviously, no money, no resources. You got to work with what you got. Like, I didn't even record on like, Fruity Loops and all these other better programs at that time. I was recording on like SoundForge or like, or Audacity, like simple, basic.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm old, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time.
I heard that name in a while. Yeah. Yo, that's all OG, bro.
Bro, shit programs, but listen, they were so shitty.
He got the job done.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's my point. So Sony Vegas, and then also, just to even really bring it back, this was the hacking era, bro. I couldn't even buy this dog shit program for what it's worth. I had to go get the keygens, bro.
The keygens is...
I'm talking with the techno music.
Yeah. I'm talking the Pirate Bay just
open
bro.
All that digital music while you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they always came with music, but it's like they want to set the tone.
You know why?
But you hack
Somebody had to get that music out, bro.
Yeah, bro. Anyway,
you know why?
If you was there for that era, you had to get
served together, bro. They trying to get
you had to go on Pirate Bay, you had to get the keygens, you had to, try all the different hacks. Hope, doesn't crash your computer and get you a virus.
Yeah.
You better hope you downloaded the right thing and you didn't, download, inappropriate stuff on your laptop. You better hope you didn't get the Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with this one. Like, I'm talking that era, bro.
What?
I'm talking like you could download the program, you get the Soulja Boy song. That era.
This is before they even had the Rickroll figured out. Like this is such an early era of just
level one.
I'm talking hours, bro. You would spend hours on the very vast Wild Wild West internet trying to find
the right program just to be able to get the
program.
Keys. Y'all after you get the program, you got to get the keys that work.
Yes.
So you get the program that that in itself is like a 2-day process.
Yes.
Then you have to get the keys to open the program.
I wouldn't be here in y'all area.
It was this long,
It
was this long 36 long code
You need
you
it.
had to get.
And they had to be valid.
Valid, yes. It had to be
Because the
valid.
keys would go down so quick as people made these fake keys and like somebody was making a fake key that would break the program so the program would open even though it's not supposed to open.
Yep.
This is wild.
But then they would find out what the key is and shut the key down. So you'd have to constantly
And then,
find the key.
so now imagine editing a project. Okay, so this is similar to like when CapCut shut everybody down.
Yes.
Imagine working on your project and your keys locked you out the program. You was
Nice
sick.
level hack, bro. I've been in this game for a minute.
Yeah.
I told you.
I wouldn't be able to live.
Hack,
I wouldn't be
bro.
able to live in y'all.
Yeah, no. Our era was the
That's
wild.
wild.
That
wild
hack.com shit is
west.
different.
I would have stopped editing, bro. Like,
Nah.
You had to prevail.
you could have bought the software though. Like,
I didn't have the money, bro.
Okay.
At the time,
Yeah.
the program was
I feel
like
like-
$600-700.
I would have asked. I would have been trying to be.
It was the key.
Mom,
It was the key to my whole
I need
business at
this.
the time.
That's
so I
hard
had to
though.
find the keys.
Yeah,
and
I feel you.
It was just.
So $600-700 in 2010 is probably like $1,500 two bands right now. I
That's a
don't really
lifetime
know what for the
purchase.
math.
It's a lifetime or monthly.
Lifetime.
They were only paying.
But you wouldn't get no updates though. Like that's
you
it.
get no updates. So you buy the software. Yeah.
Yo, you showed your age, bro. No updates.
No updates.
This is back when
When you buy it,
I'm
you
not-
got it. It's
That's
yours,
it.
but there's no updates.
if there was
Walk-ins
bugs
in that
that's
era
it,
is not
bro.
editing,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not
It-
editing that.
So it's not like now where we'll send you an update. There's
Yeah, no
patches.
patches, no DLCs, no
You gotta wait for the
plugins.
next one.
Everything was in house.
I'm not an editor in that generation.
Yeah,
I'm
you had
a-
no plugins.
I work
bro.
at a steel mill. I'm not an editor.
My
bro.
boy wants to get a union job.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not an editor.
You had none of that. You had to work with what you got.
Yeah.
So
That's
to
why-
wrap up my Oranges story, I had to get the keys and get a program that I felt like I can learn. So at the time, Sony Vegas felt like I could use it. It's funny because, I'm an Adobe guy when it comes to my art, so you would have thought I would have jumped into Premiere. But not knowing better, I didn't even know Adobe had a video program at the time. I'm still hacking, Flash to draw, but that's a whole nother backstory. I draw in an animation program. That's a whole nother story. But I had to learn with what I had at the time. You know what I mean? So now I'm using Sony Vegas, getting used to it, the slicing.
You too far deep in.
Yeah.
Just stick with it. Like, why not?
Yeah,
Nah,
at this
it's
point,
dog shit.
Do they have
out.
updates?
No, you've dished out. You gotta.
They have newer versions, but it's still shit.
I feel like
Sometimes it works, sometimes it shit. Bro, Sony Vegas, if y'all are watching this, I have so many questions, so many recommendations. Why are y'all not up to date with everybody else?
you should use this as an opportunity to promote them so they can sponsor you.
Facts,
Bro.
And then
Because
no
you've
way
been with them for so
what
long,
they're
you could
missing.
actually put up a case like, yo, like
Like-
I've really been here. Like I know what we
I
need.
know, but listen, it just goes to show me how much they value the updates of of the current landscape of what's going on. Because I look nothing like y'all programs, bro.
But you
My
make-
program
but
is
your
actually
stuff still works though.
Filmora is actually not a professional editing software. So Sony Vegas is more professional than.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay.
That's fair.
So the love-hate comes from it because
But I feel you
know
though.
how to
Compared
use
to
it
everything
so
else.
well. So all the videos that y'all see, which also, by the way, shout out to y'all because my stuff only looks half as good as the content y'all give me to work with. And this is why I say you have a keen eye for sense. Not a lot of people know how to look at something that's going on and know how to properly, capture it visually perfectly on camera. That's why I appreciate you and your talents. I could just tell you, look, bro, we gonna shoot this. We don't know what we gonna do. We gonna go outside today and just shoot something.
Facts.
Listen, I just be calling Watkins like, yo, bro. Yo,
They really be thugging it, bro.
Yo, I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, yo, look, we gonna do this.
we
I got a
gonna do
Gundam
it.
helmet. I got a suit. I got the vet, and I got a flame kit. We gonna make some content tonight.
It's funny though, cause like when I first met him, we were exactly the same. Like I just be like, all right, cool, I don't know what I'm shooting, no shot, let's just go do it.
Yeah, we just do
So
it.
then when he did that to me, I'm like, oh shit, he's just like me. We're good.
But
We're
see,
good.
that's
Well,
That's why I
yeah.
let him do that part. That's why there's certain projects where I feel like, I jump in, and the other projects where I'm like, nah, that's
Just be on the
definitely a
roll,
walk,
like, our life
Ozzy
is
project. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
go do
have our own
something
side
else.
missions.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I love it when you guys go do side missions. Because I'm like, I know it's going to be dope. I don't got to worry about anything. I know Watkins is going to deliver. I can guarantee it.
We have our side missions, but this is why I trust your instinct because you know how it's like a telepathical collaboration. If I say I'm doing this, I don't have to tell you this is how you gotta shoot. I might have to warn you, like, hey, bro, just in case you don't know, I might want it shot like this, but for the most case, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
And that's talent, bro. I can't give a lot of people a camera and they can capture that the way you do. So you gotta give yourself props. Yeah, bro.
Did I get it?
Don't get me wrong. I get it for the OG film
We get it,
members.
we get it,
We're,
we get it.
a lot of us are shooting, 16:9, but nowadays it's 9x16. You got to know when
to use it.
When to use it. You know what I
When to
mean?
use it.
You know when to use it. So you got talent, bro. And I have you along for the journey, not just to benefit me, but to benefit you. I want you to be at the age that I was where I didn't have nobody showing me or teaching me or giving me game on the right things.
Facts.
I want everybody who's within the studio space, on the team, collabing with the team. Take everything that, I'm doing or we're doing as a learning process.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd see your best advantage because, where I come from, I didn't really have much examples and much OGs and mentors on how to take my talent and bring it to the best, So I really want that for you. You gotta put into life what you never had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do that.
I appreciate
Yeah, there was no mentor when I started this, bro.
Yeah,
At all.
Me and Biz was stuck in it.
We was stuck in it, bro.
I
all we got.
appreciate y'all.
That's all
I always say it too. Like I do appreciate y'all. Like y'all like make it easy to be a sponge and just absorb shit.
Yeah,
I can ask questions and not feel like why he asking me another question.
no,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
for
Like
this,
I just feel like the whole bunch of the guys that are just good at what they do, it just works. Like we're just on the flow. Like
Yeah, I'll never not tell you the game for this shit, bro. Like for real, any question you've ever asked me,
just felt
I've
natural.
given up the information.
Yeah.
Anytime you're like, hey, bro, what sound effect do you use? I give you the whole sound
Yeah,
effect.
like-
Bro, I use all these. Here you go.
you
But
feel
see,
me?
that's
Out
what
there.
it takes to build a great foundation of a team, man. Each one teach one, bro. And I always say, I always say, I be joking on some, rap battle
joke
bars,
a
but
lot,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure.
One hand wash the other. Two hands wash the face. And a clean face could be any case. You know what I'm saying? We can take down anything that comes our way.
That's one of the greatest Ozzy sayings. Like,
Unless you're like
Don't get me wrong, it's an existing saying. I just added that, the last part. But and also, Biz, to give you your credit, the reason why I look up to and I love what you do as a videographer and an editor is because you just think so out the box, bro.
bro, you got to be, bro.
Like,
Hey.
this is why I call you human AI. Like you're
Gotta be
just so
outside.
ahead sometimes. Like Watkins got the eye to shoot it. You just got the ideas to really like kind of
crazy. Like
go crazy.
crazy.
Bro,
I be looking at yourself like how?
How? Bro, what made you think of that, bro?
it just, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always be thinking of like, what can we do to really push the limit or like make ourselves really be different than like the status quo. So I always be trying to like push the status quo as much as possible and get it out there. But I think that's just part of it. Like whenever you do this video stuff, you really gotta just be pushing the limit because you never know who's watching. You never know, who's gonna be coming up, behind you in the game and trying to learn something from what you're already doing, or who could be next. Like one day my son or daughter could be like, hey, I want to be an editor, and I'd be like, all right, cool. Look, let me show you some of the OG game, but really take this skill, which is just be outside the box.
Yeah.
Plus, being outside the box is super on brand for me.
Yeah,
So
nah,
I
listen, bro,
appreciate
you got it, and I just got to give you your flowers for that. Before I read the comments, I do want to give a special shout out to two other videographers that we work with within the studio. Shout out my boy Eddie Pemberton. He does a lot of the 4K video for the products.
Goated.
That's my dog.
Goated.
Goated.
That man is,
One of the best.
bro. Pause when I say that
Goated.
his legs is like a human gimbal. That boy
Goated.
has some good legs, bro.
I learned from
I've
him.
seen a
I-
bad Eddie
Yeah.
quality video.
Yo, Eddie know how to hold that
Yeah.
camera pause really good and get the perfect shot, bro.
I'm talking gimbal skill is like just
Yo,
like,
bro.
one of them crazy shots in a movie that's just like
He has a shock system in his calf.
Facts.
I believe it.
Human tripod,
Yeah.
human gimbal,
And also,
all that.
Javier. Javier
Facts.
doing all the video production behind this
Go.
shit isn't easy, and it looks amazing.
Every
I don't
time.
have to tell him, how I
If
want the
quality
podcast
was a
to
person, it'd be Hobby.
Real
Yes,
shit.
Javi is the pinnacle of just quality, and he knows how to
Next
make
time.
this look good. So shout out to him. Even though he's a photographer, he is not limited to just that.
We are here to tell y'all a little bit about the
Peep
brand
this
new
camera, y'all.
Vyrus trading card. If
How
y'all
can
did
he
not
look?
know, we are
That's
introducing
all
this
Harvey
month
right there.
a brand new black pack. Now the black packs are going to be super duper special, and this is how we are sponsoring this. They are sponsoring this episode. So shouts out to Vyrus Trading Card for sponsoring the episode. We appreciate you guys. These packs are special because not only are they being dropped during Black History Month, shouts out to that, but they also come including 2 signed Ozzy the Vyrus cards, as well as they also come with cards that have not been released yet, and the ratio of winning on the black packs is higher. It's double. So what you have a chance to win is quick. So basically on most packs it's a 1 out of 10 chance of winning. With the black packs it's a 1 out of 5 chance.
Oh, that's right.
Also, all the prizes are upgraded. So there are prizes that you can't win in the regular packs that you can only win in the black packs, including the ultra large canvases, more shirts, more just of all the stuff you guys want. We're putting them all in the black packs, and then on top of that, like I said, they are all signed, and there's at least one card in there that's under 500, which is what we consider rare in our collection. So, y'all, if y'all really want to support this Black History Month, make sure y'all grab one of the black packs. Oh, and they all come with these platinum easel stands right here for all your cards.
Go ahead.
Let's look at some of these comments real quick. You know, shout out to everybody that's tuning in on the live. Let's see. Life with Anime Podcast said we're in here.
Black excellent.
Eddie Kane. Shout out Eddie Kane. That is a great supporter right there, man. An avid supporter of the Vyrus Studios, Vyrus Graphics brand.
Eddie's goated.
Goat Activities. Let's see. Where's everybody watching from? You know, let us know. Oh, Sensei J, Yurt, what's going on?
Yo, tap in. Let us know what city you in right now.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo,
at
what point the chat
shout out
was
the
like
podcast
15.
ain't easy, man.
Yo, the chat. Hey, shouts out to the chat, man. We sitting live with the numbers right now, but let's get back to them double digits.
I got motion for it.
I got Sensei J. I got Yep That in the chat. We got Eric V in the chat. Man, shouts out to Eric, bro. Like, this is one of the most supportive people. Hey, Eric, we are trying to figure out a way to get to Arizona at some point this year, bro. We can all tap in. Like, we're trying to figure that out. But yeah, man, shouts out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Y'all let us know what city y'all checking in from. And then we're going to go ahead and get back into the episode. Ozzy, can you tell us what the next topic's going to be?
All right, next topic's the social media part of editing.
Oh.
Now, like I was making a joke earlier, you know, I don't want to say back in the day, but back in me and business time, you know, there was a certain way you had to shoot. You know, there's a certain type of process you kind of had to go to. You know, you could take things a little bit slower. You know, things were more 16:9. Things were at a different time when it came to editing. Now with social media, it's all about fast pace. Depending on what you're doing, you know what I mean? 9:16, that was a little bit of adjustment for me to get used to shooting that way. Just so much different things. So I just want to kind of get into our takes on how we went from how things used to be to how things are, or for you, Watkins, what was it like jumping into whatever era you were in and how you're adjusting, if there is any adjustments for you to make,
right.
You know, being an editor.
Kind of grew up with something.
Yeah, my thing was like, I grew up watching a lot of YouTube, so everything.
Did you start shooting 9:16 off the gate, or was you doing?
I was more open to everything, so like I would shoot whatever. Just some days I just want to shoot like this. Some days, like I went into it with an open mind and versatile because I never held a camera. You know what I'm saying? So it was all right, cool. Okay, I can record like this and it stays like this. I can record like this and stay like this. You know, I didn't really know the terms.
So you already kind of.
So I was just trying. Yeah, so I did both.
What do you like more?
Crazy.
Depends on what I'm doing. So social media, 16:19, 6:19, or
9:16.
9:16, and then YouTube is always the other way.
Yeah.
But it was always just whatever is in the moment is needed for it. Like you just do it.
Yeah.
It works. I'm very versatile in both aspects because it was just like I'll shoot a promo for you. I mean, I shot it long ways. Like I didn't not long ways. Horizontal and not vertical, because it was just like, all right, cool. That's how I was holding the camera that day. The first shot just looked better like this, and I just went with it. But like now, especially with editing, I could shoot a landscape video and then just edit it to make that one part.
So that's what I wanted to ask y'all real quick, because I pretty much, hey, I'm going to shoot this like this. That's it. Do y'all shoot like both ways and then chop it up to be whichever way you want it to be, or do you know, hey, for this particular piece of content, I'm going to shoot it 9:16 or 16:9?
I think it depends on what I'm shooting more than anything, because like whenever I live stream or do anything, I have that simultaneously do it right then and there. So that way it's creating 16:9 clips while I'm shooting a 9:16 video, like either or at the same time. So that way I know that when I go back and I want to edit, I'm not trying to like take my video, shrink it down, put it to the side, and then make all those 9:16 clips. I'm just flipping that whole thing out.
Okay. So you pretty much shoot your content and clip it up to fit whatever format you're trying to
as I'm doing it right then and there.
So when you shoot, do you already know this, or you just kind of like, no, okay,
so
I'm eventually gonna do this?
Perfect example. Whenever we do the con recaps, a lot of the con recaps, I personally like to shoot 16:9 horizontal, personally. But I've noticed that we were putting a lot of them out as you post a lot of personal 9:16 videos. So I stopped doing 16:9 recaps for you, because I'm like, he's not really utilizing them on YouTube, so there's no point in shooting a 16:9 video for him. It's smarter just to shoot 9:16, for sure. You know, vertical videos, and just focus on having some of the best vertical recap videos that we can get. Okay. Like if you notice, when I first started shooting with you, DreamCon and everything, I shot everything 16:9. But by the time we shot MakeaCon last year, I'm shooting everything vertical.
You went
because
crazy in that video.
Yeah, but that's because you are a more vertical content creator, so I make more vertical content when it comes to you.
I had to adjust. I hated this shit at first.
Well, hey, I'm just saying, when I look at your content, that's all I see, so I'm like, hey.
Capture everything this way. I hated it
Step
at
back.
first.
Step back. No,
Step back. It annoyed me to get used to that transition. I'm like, yo, why are we shooting this way? But I get it now because we're scrolling, we're looking on our phone. I know I'm showing my age right now, but I'm like, yo, bro, why are we doing that? But I had to get with the times and realize, okay, in today's society, in today's form of content, you gotta adjust. You know what I mean? And I'm used to it now, and I just know it's just another tool. You gotta know when to use your tools. So now I know when to shoot that way.
Yeah.
But when I started seeing everybody shooting this, I was like, why are they doing that? Like, you can't capture everything landscape, you know? I hated it at first, bro. Hated it, but...
That's funny. I shoot a lot of landscape. I just know in the back of my mind, if I get enough information, it could just be edited.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my stuff is if it's not shot in that mode, it's like, I can just edit it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the, you know,
But that's just how I see it. Like, I can just edit this later. I don't care.
I feel like you grew into understanding that you
Yeah.
gotta
Edit
use
more.
both and
I went into it
edit
with an
both.
open eye for sure.
Right.
You know?
I like videos, video. Like for me, videos just videos. Like people like I only post on TikTok, like, but it's just a video you can edit and post anywhere. Like it's at the end of the day, for me, fundamentally, it's just a video that can be manipulated how you.
I think I had to get to that point because I think when I started, I was very much like, oh, this is art. It has to be like very cinematic.
That's real
it's
though.
very,
And if you're
very,
a cinematographer,
That's
like
what I'm
that's what
saying.
it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
We have
should
to
think
adjust
like
our
that.
editing.
I was so like not a Karen, but like very serious
That's how
about
I
like
feel.
every little aspect of the filmmaking. Like if there's not a shot list, if it's not this, if
Yes,
it's not that.
I was the same
like,
way.
Like you know what?
But
Fuck it,
it's
I don't want to do
paid
it.
for that. That's what I'm saying. Like there's people that have jobs and that's just what they got to do. Like
Yeah.
make sure the shot list is good. You don't even touch a camera. Your shot list has to be good. So then when the person that has the camera has to do it,
Yeah.
they just got to be able to have a good shot list. Because when they shoot, they need all of that.
Right.
This is people get paid money just to having a shot list. Like that's what they do. Like
That's true.
So I get you. Like for me, it was more like I just want to go with the flow, be like more like how I am as a person, but just with the camera. So it wasn't really just hey willy nilly. One day we shooting like this. Say the shot just look better like this.
I think that's the difference
And
between when you start and you're shooting something really personal versus me. Once I got to the point where I'm editing, it was very like, all right, I got to make some money here. So I'm delivering shot lists. I'm making sure clients feel comfortable, like, cause I'm trying to get this money on. I'm trying to have that shit in my pocket,
When I was
like.
on the film set though, it was so different. 'Cause I'm so used to shooting and doing it. They're like, no,
That-
just take pictures. I said, what? That's it? Like, yeah, just stand here and take pictures. I said, yo, that's all I gotta do. Like, normally it's like, I gotta go here, pack my stuff, shoot, edit. He's like, no, just take your photos and send it to me. And your day is good. You got
On
to
a
pay
film,
for that.
on a
That's
film
it.
set,
And
everybody does
like-
one job.
And it changes everything because when you're at home or you're shooting, it's like, you're your editor, you're the color grader, you're the sound designer. You do everything by yourself. So I was luckily or fortunate enough to do that starting. So I don't really feel like a hassle now. Like you just do it.
Okay, cool. I want to ask y'all real quick, strategies, right? So now with learning how things, how content's going, today, you got to be a little bit more quick. You got to be a little bit more edgy. You got to kind of start off with like a hook, you know what I'm saying? We see all these new different things to do to get our content out there and for the algorithm to, push us, right? What are some of y'all strategies that you feel comfortable, like letting people know?
I'm not even the gatekeeper, I promise. Like, I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but like, it's just for me. Like, how you have art, you kind of just do it. Like, my thing isn't really, I don't really do the art anymore for the algorithm. Because, like, people watch my stuff and they don't even see me post every other day no more. It's just like, if I like the project, I'm gonna post it. And if it takes a month, then it takes a month. Like, but when I drop that project, it feels more at home for me and the engagement shows.
Okay.
Like a lot of people post every day and they don't mind getting the 10 views or whatever. But if I post a video that I generally put my time to do, the shares are very high, the comments are good, the likes are good. But it's like I make sure I just put my quote unquote professional. Like I make sure the sound design is good. Like there's
Okay,
no,
so
there's no
sound
flaws
design
in
is
it.
part of your
Yeah, like
strategies.
I make sure the pacing is good for what I like. The edits,
Okay.
like I focus more on the edits, the pacing. And normally you're not supposed to quote unquote do it. Because a lot of times when you start off, you do all the extra stuff. You do the editing, the sound design, the color grade. You send it to somebody to check. You post it, and nobody cares because you live in an entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to keep somebody entertained. But for me, it's like, I'd rather just post a video every now and then, but it's a good quality video. So when you do come and see it, and you stop across it, oh, this is really good. I'll sit and watch it like 4 times. Okay. You know?
So like when you shoot things, do you try to like as part of your strategy like focus? Like, okay, are you like when you start off one of your videos, you trying to say, I want you to focus directly on this. I want the sound design to bring you in. And
Yeah, like you just.
That's what I'm trying to
I
ask.
always
Like, you
start off
trying to-
with music first personally because like I like sound design. Like that's what,
Yeah, I noticed
for
that.
me, I just got to hear something like if I see like for example, my most recent video, there was like a Luffy shirt. I had Luffy laughing. Like I like the little Easter egg. Like if you hear it, you'll peep it. You're like, oh, he has a Luffy in there. Now you're like you're looking for Luffy. Like the little stuff like that. But that's just me personally.
So you use like a lot of correlation to what you visually see along with the audio. To
yeah, like I feel like everything in life has a sound. Like if I move this cup, imagine watching the video, you didn't hear that. They just move. You know what I'm saying? Like even when the room is silent and we're not talking, there's room noise. Like everything has a sound. Why not take advantage of that? But I'll do that sometimes, and nobody that doesn't care about sound is not gonna. You know what I'm saying?
But
I didn't get it. I came here to watch somebody dance. You know? But for me at least, now I've been doing it for a while. I'm posting videos like this for a while. My algorithm is more like, oh, Watkins posted, so you just watch it. Instead of I need him to drop every day. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the case, you just go on my YouTube. I post every day on my YouTube. Yeah, Instagram is like, here's a project I took time to do. If you got a chance, watch it. Even if I posted at 12 o'clock, people go, oh my God, like that's why like my algorithm feel like I made it for myself. I could make a video right now and post it at 1 o'clock, but it'll still get the same engagement if I post it at 7 because it's more like Watkins posted, let's check it out, instead of you post it at 9 o'clock, nobody's gonna see it.
So what's funny is
some of your strategies.
Well, no, what's funny is the strategy he just described is the reverse of what I do. So I feel like I put my more personal projects to YouTube, and I just kind of give like my daily like y'all just want to see me, y'all don't want to see me, y'all just want to dance type stuff.
Yeah,
Instagram, like
that's real. I used to do that.
That's really how I feel. Like my Instagram community. Y'all cool, but like y'all know y'all not as active as y'all should be. So I like my YouTube community more because they're active, they're communicate, like they're more in the comments, and I think it's because whenever I do genuinely put out work on my YouTube channel, it feels very like this is a personal like conversation between us and them. That's real. And I that's kind of why when I do put it out, I do take so much time to put that type of like love into it. But I'm not gonna lie, with everything that I do with the company and lately, I ain't been able to focus on my YouTube channel like I want to, which is why y'all get the gaming channel from me. The gaming channel is
follow my boy in his
content,
gaming channel.
you know? Yeah, I'll be dropping last week's Mugen Battle tomorrow, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. That's gonna be a dope episode. That's gonna be a fun episode.
Oh, you gotta do the Mugen battles at the events. Just put it on the screen.
Yeah, I would love to, honestly. I would love to. That's my goal one day, to have people just sometime this year. Like whenever we do our event, I wanna just like have people pull up, spend your money. Like, look, you put down 5, you put down 5. Y'all pick y'all's team. Whoever win, yo 10. Yeah.
But back to the strategy thing. No, I've watched y'all work for a long time, seen some of y'all old work, and you know I'm so proud of how much y'all progressed. You know, all of us, you know, at that, but definitely how y'all just really stepped it up. You know, for your own personal content, for content that obviously helps, you know, myself and the brand. You know, I'm very and forever grateful for y'all and y'all talents. You know, it's dope to see people who say, hey, I want to get better, and we are. You know, iron sharpen irons. Like we really are trying to get better as we go.
It's strategy, which really shouldn't be a strategy, but it's the one gem that I feel like I've learned from YouTube is to really showcase your personality more on Instagram.
It's your world. Why not?
I feel that. I don't know. I was always using Instagram to like, you know, post pictures, to do this, to do that. But like hanging around YouTube specifically has made me feel a lot more like, nah, y'all gotta see my personality on Instagram the same way I feel like I try to show my personality on YouTube. But I gotta find a different type of content for Instagram that makes it, like y'all both have a great mix of like, let's say you don't post a video for like a month, but in that month you're gonna drop some photos, and the photos are gonna be a combination of like quality and then abstract.
Yeah.
And then with Ozzy, it's like Ozzy may not post a new piece of art. Ozzy gonna post a photo shoot. Ozzy gonna post a couple videos, couple burnouts, couple
like all of it.
He's posting all the other stuff that's Ozzy instead of the key thing, which y'all know y'all really came here to dance with, which is the art. You know,
keep them engaged that
that's the strategy I've been really taking into.
But that's why I was always like picky about it, especially starting off, because when you start off, you just want to do is gonna get people to join you. I got to a point where it's like people only watch me for one video that I make. Because I'm repeating the same thing. I'm like, I don't want to be known for this when I do get to that point. Yeah. Like, why you not dancing? Like, and I was like, I'm not just a dancer though. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you not doing this, that, and the third? Like, why you not just doing this skit? So
it's kind of hard, but okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm a very expressive person, so it's like, why not put that into my art where it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, he cool. Yeah, he's funny. But have you seen how he edits? Like, you go to my comments, like, oh, your editing is great. How do you do it? And I like how that feels compared to just, why you didn't just drop a funny video today? I don't want to watch it because you're not funny. Because you can see the difference. Because back then it felt kind of personal because you'll take time and post a video and it gets 10 views. But then you post a quote-unquote funny video that they wanted to see and then it blows up. And I was like, why not just take the slow route and post the stuff that I like, and then let the engagement build up. I remember the days when I had nobody watching. Yeah. I was like, when I post something, I'll get the same amount of views that I used to get for the funny stuff on something that I like. But I just took time doing it. It's like 2019, so I was posting. Like, bro, I was posting on Instagram 2019, 2020. Like the one like was me. Like, yeah. But like, it felt
like that.
It felt good though, because it was
we all start.
It was like nobody is literally watching my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I can make those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I saw it.
Think about it.
I can make these mistakes and nobody would ever know.
Because
I
nobody's watching.
1,000 videos on TikTok before TikTok was really popping, and nobody would know. I made those mistakes. So it was like it came out of nowhere. Where it was like, oh, I could just raw out of nowhere. But in reality, I made those 1,000 videos. I made those 100 stuff on YouTube and all the other stuff along the way.
Man, say that line one more time for the people, bro. That was a really powerful.
Bro, nobody watches your mistakes when you're starting. I mean, I do. Now I'm watching all of y'all because y'all all hypocrites. But when I started off like 2019, 2020, like your friend's not gonna watch a bad video. You want to make something that your friends would want to watch and support and repost. And that's how I see it now. Like, imagine just making videos and it's like, damn, my friends don't even like this. Yeah. Damn. You know what I'm saying? All of my friends are content creators now. Every single one. Like the gym bros, the fashion, they all make content now. When I started off, I was posting on YouTube to send it to them. Like, you know how it feels to send somebody something, they don't even look at it, bro? And that's why I don't do it no more. And I kind of feel kind of like petty in my heart when people send it to me. It's like, yo, can you watch my stuff? Like, tell me what you, I'm like.
But you know what I'm saying?
That's how you start though. Bro. Like, no, like I'm not going to tell you, not because I want to be petty, but like when I started, nobody was looking. Like, make your mistakes. I can criticize your mistake a little bit, but like, just make the mistake. Nobody's watching you.
See, I use that to feel me. Like, if they not saying nothing, I'm not going hard enough. I need you to say something.
You feel me? And those videos were bad. Looking at them now, the videos were trash. But like, and that's why I was happy I met y'all, because y'all was like, yeah, this video might not be crazy, but you can get better. Yeah. And then you're posting for years and you don't hear that. Yeah. So I heard that from someone, like, oh shit. Like, it was more like, yeah, you don't got one view. And then you built the community. Now I got you and everybody else that was around liking the photos. Like, all right, cool. More motivated. I want to make something better. I want to do this.
Keep building.
Yeah. Like, so then I started building that community, and you got to show love too. Some people don't do that. You don't encourage others. So I try to encourage others when I can. Like, I know I'm a troll, but after you content, I like it. Like,
I feel like people show love. You just have to find the ones that appreciate who you are. You know what I mean?
That's how you go the most.
We're always gonna feel like no one's showing us love, but when you find people, that community, people who truly appreciate, that's something I had to learn. You know, because as an artist, bring it to the artist side real quick. Sometimes I feel like I don't get all the praise and the love that I feel like I deserve. But what I had to like learn was just lock in and just focus on the 10 people that like it, the 5 people that comment, the 1 person that shares it. Mm-hmm. When you appreciate that, then the numbers, you will see that over time that it'll keep growing. You know what I mean? But I want to try to squeeze in 2 topics real quick. All right, so cool. Quick story time. So we gotta make this quick, right? Story time. What was the moment or video that you created in your history that you felt like, yo, I'm really good at this, or any controversial moment you ever had, when it came to, like any videos you put out? I'll give y'all like stories.
I already know my controversy.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't even got to think twice about that.
All right, so,
Instagram still ain't bumping with me because of this.
All right, so we got to make it quick. So what's something that either you knew I'm built for this, or a controversial story in your
The moment that I kind of knew I was built for this is when I dropped this video with the people that I was working with right before I started working with you guys, which is One Up Inc. in Dallas. I did a video with them with Peanut. That was this Aaron Yeager video. It's on his YouTube channel. I think when I watched that video back, even now, I'm just like, oh, I was stepping. I was stepping in this video, and if I can step once, I know I can step again. So I'm just like, once I saw that, and now it's just a matter of understanding what I like in comparison to what the people like, and finding a genuine balance. And that's what any filmmaker I've ever read about. That's like the true thing. Sometimes you can pull it off where what you like is so good that the people like it too, but sometimes you got to find that what you like has to balance out with them naturally so that they also like it, It's just one of those weird things that the reason why they like it is because it balances with them. It makes them feel like, yo, not only do I feel like I learn or I'm seeing more of you or your personality, but at the same time, this is at the quality level that I like, sound that I like, everything about it just draws me in. I like it. I'm glad that you like it too, great, but I also like it, which is why I'm watching it, That was my video where I knew I was finally onto something. When it comes to a controversial video, yeah, anything from adult cons, pretty much. Just those videos are always like They're fun to shoot, but they're controversial, bro. I don't know. I literally
but you
like
don't
I don't know
wanna
where I'm
shoot
gonna post them.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody.
Someone's got to bring y'all the footage.
Somebody got to do it.
Someone's got to bring y'all the footage because everybody else isn't bold enough to do it. So,
Hey.
yeah. And then put a real edit together.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you don't put an edit together, it feels weird. Like
You're a weirdo.
you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm not a weirdo, bro. I'm literally here for
I
the
just do
sport.
my job.
I
Yeah.
know no one else is going to do it. And a lot of these like adult cons have beautiful women, beautiful people there, men, women, all of them. Just great for them. They bring their A game when it comes to these cosplays. There's no one there to capture them.
Yeah.
So it's like, that sucks.
You know, people did that. That's the cool part. Like, I like how we all.
And they're
have,
doing
our
like
own-
adult characters. Some of these characters I've never even heard about. And I'm like, okay, like, you still gave your A game, but there's no one there to share. And the people who are sharing it, they're not gonna share it.
Yeah.
They're not sharing
I
it.
didn't even know people did like cons videos every time.
Big Walk Dog, when did you know you was?
I knew I was him. I have a good eye for what is good in videos.
Okay.
So like I made a lot of trash videos like for a while. So I knew what a trash video hit for. And you know, I follow a lot of people that inspire me. So I know what a good video look like. So I remember one day I went to this basketball game. It was like one of like the hypest games of that year, like basketball wise. Like they had like recruits and everything. And I'm just gonna go and shoot. And I had bought a new lens. And just the way they just looked in the lens, I knew the video was gonna be hard. Like just from shooting. And I edited it and put it together, and just the sound design was good, the transitions was good, the lighting was good, and I didn't know these terminologies. Just off of the looking at it, I knew it was good because I always followed a lot of sports videographers. That was always my thing because there's always hype and there's a lot of energy. So when I was editing it, I'm like, damn, I'm literally editing it. I'm listening to music like, oh my god, like I'm zooming it.
Yeah.
I posted that shit. Everybody just got so hype, and I was like, I remember feeling so good. And so like, okay, I could do this. Like I could do this for real. And it's still on my YouTube to this day. Like I watch it all the time. Like I know a video is good when I post it on my archive channel. Let's rewatch it. Like I'll just swipe up and just I did that. And like to this day, like I look at that video and it's like compared to what I made now, it's nothing. But like in that moment, like I just remember like
feeling it.
Yeah, like I was like I look like I was hype on this. I was like the crowd was hype. I was hype. Like everybody's like every moment it was hype.
Any controversial videos that you ever put out that was just like
I need to put the video out. I don't work with rappers.
Oh, okay, hold on.
That's the only controversy I got.
Let me tell my story.
All right, cool.
We're gonna go on a rapid
That's
shot
the-
of what we don't like about
That's my
clients.
controversy.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna turn the heat on all of us real quick, but
That's
let
my
me
controversy.
tell my one quick story, right? I'm gonna tell you a quick story when I got my teacher fired for shooting a music video.
You're lying.
And then
Oh
when
no, valid as fuck.
the principal fired the teacher and then came back and let me shoot the video again, and the principal was in the video. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. So shout out to my hometown, all my Exit 13. If y'all know this story, real ones know this story. I'll make it quick, right? It was a song called "Hit Me on My @ Name." This is when Twitter came out. Twitter was fresh, bro.
Twitter came
Out. Fresh.
Brand new.
Brand new. We tweeting. I ain't getting into Twitter like that, but my boys were.
tweeting.
You know, shout out to the rap group at
Yo.
the time. It was called MCF. Money Come Fast. It was a whole thing. Shout out everybody in my neighborhood. Everybody in my neighborhood was making good music at the time. So we made the song called "Hit Me on My @ Name." Right. I'm still fresh in the videos. I think I was still shooting. No. I upgraded from the BlackBerry to some VCR camera, whatever. Like I upgraded, and yeah, bro, the BlackBerry is legendary. And I shot this video, man. We shot this video all around the high school, you know, in the hallways after school, in the classroom. But there was this particular scene where, you know, I had like the, you know, I was inspired by like the early MTV 2000s videos, you know, teacher yelling at the students, and then the song start, you know, we all getting hype. And mind you, bro, it's so funny looking back, because when I dropped that video, I'm talking about like when it felt like I went platinum in the neighborhood, bro. Like, and it doesn't age well, but I was literally called like my hometown's Diddy. Now I can't go by that now, but that's what it felt like, bro. I really felt like I was producing some of the hottest records in my hometown, bro. I was really him. You know what I'm saying? I still am him, but I was him
hard.
then.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Producing, bro.
And we shot the video, right? And we put it out. 10,000 views first week, bro. I felt like we hit that felt like a million back then, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not a million, but it felt like 10,000 back then felt like 100,000 people, bro.
You probably felt like a million.
Bro, 10,000 first week, we all sharing it. Now it's spreading around the like the classroom, like the lunchroom. I hear everybody listening to my video, walking in the hallway in the different classrooms, bro. It was a vibe, bro. And I remember I think 3 days later, you know what I mean? I get called to the principal's office, and I get put in detention. Okay, why am I in detention? I know I skipped class. So I was in the bathroom too long in the hall. You know, I'm thinking it was something like that. Then I started seeing other members from the rap group come into the tension. I'm like, okay, these everybody I just shot the video with. 3 days ago, what y'all all here for? And mind you, they didn't say nothing to us. They just brought us all in.
Yeah.
We all in. You know what I'm saying?
School, man.
It felt like
Interrogation
Kept that bad boy.
It felt like they was catching us on a RICO charge. They was just finding everybody in the video and just, hey, come.
Sit down. Tell me what happened.
No, they didn't even tell us, bro. They just sat us in the room. And I'm like, this is everybody from the video 3 days ago. What is going on? And
I'm just watching this room slowly fill up.
yeah, like,
Ozzy was sitting there in the back, like, man, whatever.
mind you, I was the first one because it started off with, Vyrus Productions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started off with me, so I know they grabbed my ass first, bro. So now we in this room, and come to find out, we all get suspended. It's this big controversy.
Yo, what?
That teacher got fired. The baseball team, I think, hated me because he was the coach for the league and all that. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. No, it was crazy, bro. Shout out everybody from our hometown. If y'all know this, remember y'all know him. My at name was a legendary video, and that's where I felt like, yo, I'm really built for this, bro. And then to make the story short,
Said took that fire in and said, nah, I'm gonna keep going.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Kids were cutting hair in bathrooms and making videos and like.
yeah, it was crazy. And then I came back my senior year because I was in 10th grade when I shot that video. I came back senior year and I asked the principal, can I shoot like a more proper video? I got better equipment at the time, better at the beats, better at my production. My production was elite at that time. I really started a whole wave of people making, real content with their songs at the time. And then, the principal wants to be in it. It's called First Day. You know what I mean? If y'all know, y'all know. It's, shout out my boy Porter. Shout out everybody, who was on that song. It was one of like the coolest songs about coming back to school. We had to make sure there was no cursing. The first one had all the cursing. It was a mess. But
Let me guess. And the principal said something like, see, if you would have done this the right way the first time, we would have had you.
yeah.
Damn, bro.
Oh, bro, a man lost his job over this.
The video's still up.
These videos are still up. I believe you can still find them online on YouTube.
Somebody do the research, find those videos.
Yeah, I'll drop the link. I'll share like a little
We
story.
need that for the lore.
Yeah, or when
in the Vyrus Museum.
yeah, but that's when I felt like, nah, son, I really am, meant to do something. So that was funny.
All right, now before we end today's podcast, we got to talk about this one final topic real quick here.
Yeah.
The one that we all been sitting down talking about how we were going to talk about this from the moment.
Yeah, we got rapid shot it though.
We got rapid shot.
All right, cool. Shooting with clients.
And
What
the
do you
clients
not
you don't work with.
Yes. What do you not like about? What do you hate?
I don't like
grinds
shooting.
your gears?
I do not like shooting with rappers or anyone who will point a gun at me for the purposes
Yo.
of the
Pointing
shot.
gun in the video is
I don't
crazy.
give a damn if that's the shot. Point it somewhere else, bro. Down, up,
don't
side
get
to
it.
side, but not forward. Not
This is
forward.
one of the saddest stories of being a videographer, especially when you're making trap
Everybody,
videos.
it happens at least once to
I
everybody.
thought it was just me. But when
No.
I-
We all,
No.
bro. This
No.
is canon
That's why
event.
I stopped. That's why I stopped even doing rap music.
It's part of the lure.
Also, understand this: if you are a rapper making music, pay your videographer. If you're a
Yes.
videographer taking a
ask
job
what's the
from a
budget.
rapper, get your money up front. I
Have
don't
the
care
budget.
what they say. Get that money up front because they're gonna take you to at least 3 different locations. All right, you're gonna have to record the song at least 3 different times on those locations.
Shit ain't easy.
Edit will be multiple times over, and if you are not a peak editor at this point, they will complain because they're going to expect the top tier edit with the effects and everything else, and you ain't got that in your bag yet.
And if
Like,
you don't stand up for yourself, they will push.
they
you.
will push you around. So
Like,
stand up on
be
all that.
Very vocal.
Very
about what
vocal.
y'all want to do. Don't let them come into your personal space. I made that mistake, and that's why I don't shoot with rappers no more. Like, I'm talking about this in my space. Edit like this, do this.
Don't.
And I was like, oh, nah. Like,
We're done.
nah.
We're
I
done.
can't even tell this man no. Like, he might shoot me. Like,
Oh, God.
He been pointing guns at me all day. Like, hold on.
It was a time.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's the climate now, but it was a time.
Nah,
Yeah.
back then.
Still like that.
Still like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Also,
'Cause
the
it's
amount.
the culture, like, you just have to have
Ain't
guns in your
nothing
videos.
changed.
Oh God, the amount of edits you allow also is another thing that as an editor, make sure you tell people
Yeah,
you
be
got
vocal.
2 edits.
Shut-
2.
be vocal
You got the
about
first one and a revision. After that, I'm charging you per edit. Do not get trapped with forgetting to say that. That will bite you in the butt.
If you're not vocal, they will be, or they won't.
If you're not vocal about your
They'll
standards,
push you over.
they'll push you over. Is there any other?
Oh, make sure everybody's on time.
Oh God.
On time. If
I'm
you're
more
a rapper
lenient
and a
about it.
model's running late, you better make sure she's on time. Listen,
Oh.
you have to lie to black people. If the video starts at 5, if you want to be shooting by 5, tell people to come at 2:30. That's what I had to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, check your audio.
I don't have to deal with that no more. Like,
Check your audio. No, check your audio. When anybody sends you the files, check your audio right then and there. Check the audio. Always as an editor, check that audio. Because that is a make or break thing. I can take a terrible video and make it look good, but I cannot fix terrible audio. Yeah. I don't care how good I am. I can't fix terrible audio.
One last thing. Do not hover over me while I'm editing.
Nope.
When I'm editing something, I don't mind your input for what you want because, yes, this is your vision, but this is a collaboration. You did your part. You made the song. You gave me the synopsis of what you visioned.
Or anything.
Let me do my part and piece it together because we sat here and we know what's right.
Yeah.
That be especially if
with
you
anything,
trust me.
with products, with anything. Like if you're telling me, hey, I trust you, I want to hire you, I'm giving you money to come do the job. Trust me all the way through.
If you didn't trust me, then why come to you?
And if you think I'm not bringing your vision to light, it's because there's a miscommunication. Don't get offended by that miscommunication. Lean into the miscommunication and let us work together to find where the miscommunication is so we can really fix the problem.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
here to help you, but you gotta let me help you.
I respect yourselves, bro. Like y'all don't go to Starbucks, order something, then go behind the counter and cook it with you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, respect them, respect me.
Like,
because you have to give us time to figure out how to make it a masterpiece. The same way I'm not in the booth telling you, you should rap like this, or you should say this part.
Like, you
unless you ask me. But if you don't ask me, you do your job, I do mine.
That's wild.
And if when it's all done and said and done, and you could truly, with fresh eyes, say, I like this represents my song and my project properly, then we're good. That's how it should be. But, there's so much we could tap into. I ain't even get into all the topics that we talked about.
Yeah.
We're going to have a part 2, and this is great.
Definitely got to bring Walk
we
back.
could definitely keep talking about this. This is more like the fun filler episodes of This Shit Ain't Easy.
We talking about the part that isn't easy to editing.
Because we could go on. We were just getting started.
Facts.
We were just keeping it commercially safe for now, just having fun. But we can get into it. But I want to give a special shout out to Walk Dog. You know what I'm saying? Watkins, you are goated, bro. You doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Be a sponge. Soak up all the knowledge that we are giving you because we're showing you. Because we didn't have those examples, bro. You got that. And you have this one chance in your lifetime to take what you're learning and make something great of yourself. And that's to anybody. Even if you're not here with us, you're still with us. You're watching us. We're making content for you to see. Tap in, ask questions, support us, and we'll support you with good content and good answers.
Now, look, before we go, I do want to talk to y'all real quick. Make sure y'all support our sponsor for today's video, which is Vyrus Trading Cards. Vyrus Trading Cards, like I said, the brand new black packs. Y'all going to see those. The brand new black packs are out, y'all. Now, like I said, these are going to be signed black packs from Ozzyoz the Vyrus, artwork all featuring him. They will have cards that have never been featured before, some of the first editions that will launch, cards from the earlier year. And look, can you believe we made it a whole year with the cards?
Yes. Yeah.
Yo, so the black packs will have the 2024 cards. The 2025 editions will start in April, and with the 2025 editions, that will make the 2024s the most valuable ones on the market. But there's only going to be a limited amount of them, and then also the black packs will be signed. I'll be dropping all the details about those on the website, so that way if you want to read about them. But right now, all the black packs will have 2 signed cards. So make sure that you support Black History Month is here, and also Ozzy, you want to tell them about this new piece before we go?
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick.
Because I know I know it's been going a little crazy, so let them know about it real quick.
Yeah, special shout out to one of the greatest mangaka artists, to ever do it, Akira Toriyama. Now, I personally do not usually draw, tribute images of people. I typically stay away from that. But as someone who inspired my art, my style, and I mean in a style in a way where I took the basics and made it like my own, you know what I mean? And just with all my other influences, he really helped shape, me to become an artist. So I felt this was like a dope piece to celebrate Daima and how cool it is. Tune in next week. We will be having Stephanie Darley, voice actor Kid Goku on the show. Shout out
Auntie.
Auntie, that's a wonderful woman there. But to the piece, this is a special piece. We're not printing much of this version, this particular version where they're both Super Saiyan. We will not have many of them. So if you're alive right now, support. If you see this video and there's still some available, grab some while you can. Grab it. If not, the regular standard version will be the one with their base form. But there's Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan Kid Goku Daima edition with Akira Toriyama in the back with the dragon. Come on, bro. With the Dragon Balls, with the date of his passing. Come on. Y'all didn't even know that, bro. Y'all didn't even know that, bro. March 7th. You know what I mean? We lost the legend.
Shout out to the GOAT, man.
Yeah. But this shit isn't easy. This is episode 2. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep going this year. We're going to keep striving. Make sure you get a mug, too. You know what I mean? I've been sipping out this the whole show.
We gotta get one for our guests.
If you're a rapper, don't hit me up. I'm not gonna work with you. I'm sorry. I left rappers back in 2019.
Next time, part 2, we're gonna have a mug for walking.
We're gonna talk about the real. We talked about the fun part. We're gonna talk about why it's not
The
easy.
greedy part,
We
the not
gritty
easy
today.
part.
This is a warm up.
This is just off the. This is just talking honestly about it in front of
Yes,
y'all.
to
But we're
be
gonna get into
continued.
why it isn't easy in part 2.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Cliffhanger time.
You want to sign off for a while?
Sign
Yes.
off.
Where to follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at y2k.walk. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, I gotta go check.
If you
his
like the
content.
photos, shout out to Jump Raw. That's who did it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He'll bring every vision to life for real.
Also, if you're catching this Valentine's Day special photos in the studio, shout out Javier. You know what I mean? Jump Raw. Make sure you get some photos from him. We are open. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
get them while you can. Get your edits before Valentine's Day.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
This shit ain't easy.
This
We
shit
love
ain't
y'all
easy,
for
word.
real.
See y'all later, y'all. Peace.
See, I'm popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing, get sent to the bill. Getting on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the skill. If she gave time of day, then I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot. She getting big like a prince. These niggas be soft on the bitch, but turned up off a purse. Boy, I'm solid and still
Right now, this shit isn't easy.